For them again. Boom! I'm here. Right about, you know, fire burn same way from the beginning. Same day. We got a job to do. Oh, Lord. You can carry the truth. Anybody here? Live and direct. Come from near and far. Rebel I go end up a war. Rebel I go end up a war. I'm a rebel. Won't be a victim. I'd rather die. Don't be a fool. Stand up, fight, take power. Got to break free and I can't stay blind. I'm a rebel. The stepping at his own, yeah, rebel. Go follow no propaganda, rebel. Rebel, 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 rebel. Certains de le monde veulent le meilleur. Au-delà de nos doutes et de nos erreurs, c'est à nous de prendre le pouvoir. De changer nos codes, de changer toutes nos habitudes. Faudrait changer nos codes, de changer toutes nos habitudes. Faut prendre de l'altitude, car nos destins sont liés sur toutes les latitudes. Ah, ça c'est bien. Hold on. So, I am back live and direct with you. Again, back in the tube, tubing again. Looks like I'm tubing. The new trend, tubing. Not freaking propaganda. I have enough of propaganda. There's so much propaganda. Also with the hurricane stuff that is happening, there's so much fear propaganda associated with that. That's what I was talking last night with Arthur. Before he went on with his stuff. But yeah, the hurricane, the stuff, if I wouldn't be online or watching news, I don't watch the news, but some people do, and they come in my reality and they tell me that there's fear now associated with. For sure, it's not. I have compassion for people stuck in with those kind of events, but it is what it is. What can I do to change it? What can I do? Honestly, like it's just I think we put a bit too much emotion into it. There's a lot of emotion attached to it, and that's what I think is a bit too much at once. Like I try to manage the emotion that I have. It's very important to manage our emotion. Very important, because if not, we're gonna be just like everybody else. Yeah, in the maze of illusion. We need a major spiritual revival. That's what we need. And a spiritual revival, not so hard to attain. We need to, first of all, a spiritual revival is on a personal basis first. You have to create your own revival. That's for sure. It starts with you. It starts with you. Everything that we want to change in the world starts with us, with ourselves. That's what we get. We got to check ourselves. Boom! Live and direct tomorrow's TV culture. We got to check ourselves. He's got a song. It says, we must check ourselves. And that's true. Because we're constantly looking out into the world to explore or what should be done is inner exploration. Me, that's what I'm focusing on. For sure, if I would have the opportunity to explore the outside world, I would go. But right now, it's the inner world, and I think that's okay. Look, my life might not be perfect, but it's the one I have. So I'll do the best I can with it. I'll do the best I can to wake up every morning very positive and ready to... because this is what is also a challenge every day, is to keep our vibration positive, staying motivated, and, staying on track with our purpose. Very, very hard, because the world is not seeing too much purpose with existence. Like, we exist, and that's pretty much it. We don't care. We're very indifferent to each other, to everything that surrounds us. So it's we have to bring back that. So that's why talking about conspiracy and stuff, it only bring more fear into the collective. That's what it does, because like I was saying to Arthur yesterday, but I don't think he really got the point where I wanted to go. I don't have much time to talk. So Sometimes I try to interrupt him, but I'm not on the. I have nothing to prove to anyone, so I'm not gonna insist to put my word. Like I'm not like that. I'm not gonna insist. Like to me, it's the programming goes so deep and so that sometimes I just listen. And it's okay to just listen sometimes. Like I don't make it this whole thing become my reality. It's his insight and it's his stuff. But I'm very glad that he comes and shares his insight at least. Might not be my reality. It might not be the whole focus of my life on the kingdom thing, but I know it's part of the solution. I know it's part of it. But it's up to me to find my way. You gotta find your way too. Bon matin, Cindy. Bon matin, Cindy. Bon matin, Fanny. I see you there. There's a few of you here. And it's people are opinionated also on many things. Very much opinionated. I think opinion is one thing, but we must set example with our lives. That's what I've decided to do. Like, I don't know. Set an example for myself too. Just for me. Just for me, have better vibe and have better days. It's having better days or better vibration. I feel much better than before. Much better than when I was not thinking for myself. Not thinking for myself, because that's the exercise here. The exercise. That's the exercise here. It's to think for ourselves. That's what I want you to be. And that if you hang around too long with me, we're all gonna think for ourselves. And you don't have to have no one's but you in your head. But many of time, people want to put stuff into your head too. You gotta be careful. Me, I'm very immune against. I know who I am. Like I said yesterday, I know who I am. So I have nothing to prove to anyone. I am not arguing with anyone. I'm not debating anything with anyone. The whole thing is fantasy, pure nonsense. That's why it's hard to interact with adults these days. I find it hard to interact with adults because of the programming and the ego. The ego comes out fast. Ego comes out fast in many people. And I have not problem, but I have a hard time connecting with adults in the programming, and the ones that are not aware of certain things about themselves. Like if you're not aware, if you have no awareness of who you are, it's hard to connect. Like I want to connect with people who have a level of awareness of who they are, at least on the path of seeking who they are. Like if you're completely dead, no vibe. No interest. And even the people that we think they vibe, sometimes they're stuck in negativity, in the low realm of low vibration. And so it's to protect your vibes, because even sometimes you think you're going to interact with people of high vibration, but the vibe can be low, so you got to protect your vibes. You got to protect your vibes and stay focused, because people don't want to really dream these days. People don't really want to dream, and when you suddenly have create our own revival, for sure, we can't rely on others. Can't rely on nobody else but you. You can get inspiration from others. That's what I get. I get the drive, the inspiration, just like you get here. But to say that I rely on other people no, because I'm the only one who can break the walls to access myself and open the valve of the heart and release that stunning amount of love into our reality. So I'm pretty much the only one can do it. You're the only one that can do it. And if we stay focused, we don't give in to the temptation and the seduction, then Babylon, we're going to be okay. I think it's not to freak out with this. It's just stay focused. Don't give in to the temptation, all the seduction, alcohol, and all that shit that is there too. Especially when we become adult, we're very attracted to that kind of world of low vibration. And for sure, because everyone drinks and it's socially accepted to drink. So most of us, we don't see any problem with that. I've never been a big. I like beer, but like I drink one beer and that's it. Once I feel a bit one beer, it's enough to give me a feeling. So that's you know, but some people, they don't, and it's not something that I have in my life like on a permanent basis. I know it can affect my vibration, so you consume with moderation. I'm not telling you not to drink wine or not to drink, that you do whatever you want with your life anyway, no? But in my own life, I'm not a guy who give in to seduction, and I'm very focused, and yeah, I need it. I need it. I've been unfocused all my life, so it's not. I've been unfocused most part of my life, dormant on my greatness, and so it's not so much of a big job to focus, because that's natural. We should all be focused, but for some reason, we're all very much unfocused, in a slave mentality, and repressing the same button day after day, never seeking out of this nonsense reality. Some are. Cindy is. Cindy is seeking out of this. She's taking a year off. And, you know, sometimes we have to unplug like this to really find out who we really are, because that's what we must do before we go from here. Like, I want to find out who I really am, for sure. That's the quest here. That's the question. Question. And that's what I want to find out. So, you know, I have an experience here on Earth. I'm here today, but I can be gone today too. That's the thing. You never know when you're gonna go. You never do. You never know when headaches are gonna come your way, or hardship, or so you never know when it's gonna come. So you can be here today and gone today. So do the maximum you can every day. It's not to freak out with that, but at least taking action. Like me, I'm very you know, the example I want to leave, it's more an example, a legacy of love, a legacy of truth, and you know, just, it's not so much my accomplishment that I'm looking forward at, like having the sight on, is more the love, the legacy of love, and the better vibration. Yeah, different vibe. We need a different vibe. We need a total different vibe, a spiritual revival. It's clear. Eh? That's what we need. We need to revive that spirit. It's dead. It's dead big time. I know by experience. Well, what I'm telling you here is all of my experience in life. I've been living dead for a while, a long time before the baby wake up. But they woke up the baby in me. So now the baby is awake, and the baby is seeking reality. But they want us to sleep. They don't want us to seek reality, to try to make sense of this world. And no, they want us to sleep. Stay asleep, stay dormant on your greatness. Never work on yourself, you know, work outside of yourself, but it's so inverted. Even the work is done outside of ourselves. Permanently outside. Sip of water, getting parched here. So yeah, so distraction is everywhere. If it is, where do I have to put my attention? I'm sometimes lost in all this. In the distraction, it's hard to starve them. It's hard. You have to, first of all, identify the distraction that doesn't support you. There's distraction all around. There's some that gonna support you, like this is distraction, but at least it's supporting us. It's supporting our journey. It's uplifting you. It's uplifting me. It's positive. The distraction that we have, the most distraction that we should avoid, that I avoid in my life, is the TV. Is the TV. If you let go of the TV, you have other little distraction. It's hard to starve them all one shot. But slowly, I still have distraction in my life, stuff that I do that I know I shouldn't do, and stuff that I should do that I don't do. But it's all the time like that with everyone. We're battling ourselves. It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle, even for me to not fall into the distraction. This is why I go out, make videos. I come here in the morning. I try to stay focused and align myself with better vibe than the rest of the world. Because I need that. I need that anyway. I've always been seeking for something. It's just at one point I gave up the fight and I fell into comfortability. I fell into being comfortably numb. I was numb to reality completely, not asking questions, not just completely numb. You don't question things. It's like you have a veil in front of you. That's how I feel. After waking up the baby. Now the baby is awake. Yeah, Babylon. The baby of Babylon is awake, and for sure, but they don't want us to. There's always people awake more than others. I'm not the only one in history that have asked questions, but there's always been people. Maybe I do it my own way. What I'm doing is unique for sure. We're all very unique. The way I do it is the way I do it, but I think there's got to be a way. And the reflection is part of the solution. So as long as we reflect together, as long as we try to make this life more beautiful for each and every one of us, I mean, there's so much nonsense and deception and lies. I think we can design a life that is outside of this matrix illusion material world. For sure, we're always like, it's hard. Like I was gonna ask him a question last night, but he didn't really let me chance to talk. And I was gonna ask him, it's good to realize our trauma, to realize all this, but we're still all stuck in that system. So how do we manage that? Like we're not, no one is better than another because we're all compromised and stuck in a system. So even if I like move out, even if I move Babylon out of my head, okay, listen to what I'm going to say. Even if I move Babylon out of my head, that I become the most enlightened person on earth, that I work on myself so much, that I become so strong, I still go out every day and I'm in Babylon. And I face people that are really, really out of sync with who they are. So what am I supposed to do? Just stay dormant? And I mean, it's very confusing because it's okay to wake up, but the rest of the world is not awake. So you kind of put separation. Me, I don't want to put separation. I'm not like, if I could go back, I don't know if I would dive that deep into this rabbit hole because it's very selfish. People are very selfish. Lots of ego, lots of bad vibes, and I don't know. I've done it. I'm glad I've done it, but it's very low vibration, the conspiracy and stuff, and it's not something. And after that, we start nailing each other on the cross or whatever. We crucify each other, and I think it's anyway. That's not the kind of vibe that I associate myself with too much. I think we need. It's good. We know. Am I here to discuss the evil of this world, or to make this life free, happy, and beautiful? Or to discuss the evil of the world? Like, it's all freaking evil and insane. What, do you want to talk about it all day? What is that gonna change other than give them energy? This is what I've realized also. We have to start to beat our own drum. Right now, there's someone else beating the drum for us all the time, and the drum in the head, the noise in the head is not yours. The work that you do is not yours. It's a lot and just that part of us being confronted with regaining our agenda, reclaiming all this stuff is huge. And during the time we spent on distraction and shit like that, we're not focusing on this. So the focus has to be, I'm totally turned with a ton of, I'm totally buried with a ton of tomatoes. I already tried to eat them. Do put the rest in the freezer for the winter. The fucking sludge are eating all my garden. Now I crap somewhere. Yeah, the sludge, they're very, once they come out, I think the best, what I suggest by you plant in the ground also. That's the thing. They're going to come out the ground like freaking crazy. They like those tomato leaves. I don't know what they find. So they like the tomatoes too. I found some on the tomatoes. They go on the tomato, the sludge. That's, I think, for gardeners, that's probably one of the worst nightmares, those sludge. They eat everything. They're going to devour your crop. Totally devour your crop from the bottom to the top. It's yeah, I know what you mean, Cindy. But I think there's way you can get rid of it in a humane way also, like put your stuff on platform and electrocute the beds, or like I said the other day, you put wires around and you electrocute them. There's a guy on YouTube making a video about it. But no, you don't kill them. It's a humane way. It's a humane way. I don't like to kill them. The other day, I found 6 or 7 big ones. I took them out of the plant and I put them into my shovel and I went to dump them in the ditch. I said, "You're going to have fun in the ditch. I'm not going to kill you, but I'm going to put you in the ditch." And that's where I put the sludge in my ditch in front. So by the time they crawl back into my crop, they have a long way to go. So yeah, but no, I don't think we should putting beer and killing maybe 500 a day with this beer. Yeah. Put beer is very good. They're attracted to the beer for sure. But again, it's sludge. Like, do we have to feel guilty for killing sludge? I don't know. Is it harm? Are we harming anything when we kill a sludge? Like, it's confusing. At one point, I don't want to kill the thing, but it's eating my whole crop. So what are they necessary or a nuisance? C'est-tu une nuisance ou c'est nécessaire, les sludges? C'est nécessaire où, si c'est nécessaire? C'est ça que je me demande. Si on les tue, est-ce qu'on fait vraiment quelque chose de pas correct? Like, c'est-tu... am I gonna have a nightmare because of I killed a sludge? Like, I try not to, but if they come too close to my stuff... For sure, I will take action. Like, they're very easy. Anyway, sludge are sludge. They're kind of disgusting. If you garden, you're gonna experience them for sure. They're gonna come around. They like it. Sludge and snails and stuff like that. But snails and sludge look very similar. It's just one is in a coquille, has a shell, and the other one don't. He's in the but I think they pretty much look the same. They're very disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, can we stop talking about sludge? They're very disgusting. They give me I don't like it. Spider, I prefer spider over sludge. They're very gluey and a bit disgusting. But gardening is that's the next step also in our taking responsibility for our life is gardening. I've seen my parents garden when I was young. My mother was doing it and she had a big garden, and I think we should all and it's not hard to build a food forest and have an enormous amount of food. In 3-4 years, you can have a food forest if you take care of it. And that's what I'm going to do next year. I think I'm going to grow grapes now and stuff like that. I'm looking into it to transform this place into a food forest with the space I have. I have limited space, but I use all the space I have. I even have a big pool in the backyard, but I put stuff all around. Just wifey's complaining there's no more backyard, but it's okay. It's for the good of we're going to have food at least. We're going to have it's hard when you don't have a land. Yeah. No, that's it. It's hard when you don't have a land. But I have friends that have lands and that. So next year, they're going to let me use the land. And I'm going to have like 100 square feet, 100,000 square feet to plant stuff. So it's good to start. And I'm going to put peppers, tomatoes, cucumber, watermelon, all the stuff that I like to eat. I love watermelon. Love watermelon. That's what I'm going to do today. A nice juice, watermelon and apple. And ginger. Maybe carrots in there. Couple stuff. Maybe I'll put my GoPro on during the time I make the juice. Red Rose Rocker. Big up. Red. She's in the house. Cindy too. Queen Leslie, I mean. Queen Leslie and Cindy. Cindy Diddley. From Grimby, Quebec. Yeah. No, so I had a few other things to talk to you about. Certainly about greatness. It's either greatness, positive vibration, reggae music. we keep the vibe alive with different stuff. I have different things that I use, especially reggae music. Me, it's reggae music, and that's the vibe I promote because I think music can give us good vibe. Me in a way, I put the music on and I'm suddenly in a high vibe. And reggae music for me is has been part of my life forever, for as long as I remember. I had Bob Marley in my ears for like a good 10 years, easy, from 15 to 25, easy, Bob Marley, big time. And then I kind of got a bit into Babylon, woke back up 40, woke back up at 40, and after an accident, and there you go. Here I am now, pushing for a better vibe, better days, pushing for better days. And I think it's accessible. It's not that far. Better days are not that far, but it's up to us to each and every day take action in the direction of that dream, of that goal, of that, but that's a challenge also because many of us are stuck also. When you work all day and but you got to find the energy. You got to find the energy. If you really want it, you got to find the energy to make it happen. It depends how bad you want it. Who said that? I think it's Eric Thomas. Said that if you want it as bad as you want to breathe, you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. You want to breathe bad, eh? If I restrain you from, he has a story. He takes a guy onto the beach. Probably heard the story. There's a boy. He says to this guru, he says, "I want to learn how you master yourself, how you do all this, how you do your thing." He says, "Okay." He said, "Meet me at the beach, 4 a.m." He meets him at the beach, 4 a.m. Get there. He's all in a suit. The guru takes him in the water, 4 feet deep in the water, and he puts his head down underwater. He says, how bad do you want to breathe? He said, bad. He said, that's how you got to act with your dream also. You got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. That's how bad I want it. I want it so bad that I come here every morning, every first light. I want it bad. That's the thing that I really want to make happen is really I want to travel. I want to travel the world. I want to go in India. I would love so much to sit with Indian people. India attract me so much. India, France, Europe, Jamaica for sure. There's many places that I haven't dreamed, but what, I'm gonna wait to die to go there? No, I have to start designing a life that will bring me there day by day. It's not gonna happen. Everything takes timing. And sometimes our timing is not necessarily nature's timing. So you gotta be patient with our stuff. Patience and consistent action can bring us very, very far. And giving thanks for life, because once you start giving thanks for life, there's other vibration at work. We're very divine. Don't forget the fact that we're very divine, and there's a divine work. Like, you can call it God or call it whatever you want, but there's something very divine at work. Very divine. It's hard to say what it is, or to I don't want to talk about God and stuff like that, because I think it's all inside of each and every one of us. I've never seen him. I've never seen any God, any other than I've seen human. I've seen other people like me, and other people very, very godly. Some of us are very godly. Some of us have strength like crazy, but this is the amount of strength that we have to build to face the world in a boldly manner, not in a way that we will shrink from our greatness. We can't afford to shrink anymore. All of us here, we can't afford to shrink. We have shrink from our greatness for so long shrinking from everything that we wait and procrastinate with our greatness so much. Anyway, no more for me. No more. You do it at your time. You do it at your rhythm. You starve your distraction at your rhythm. But for what it is of my part here, I'm done with the nonsense of Babylon. All the freaking even telling to people about the shape of the earth or whatever it is, whatever lie and deception out there. It's just put them in more confusion because they don't know and they don't give a shit and they don't look for it and they don't care. They're not into this. They don't care about a mission here or doing something for humanity. Or very few of us care. Very few of us, and the ones that care are trying to make things shift here. We need a shift, a spiritual revival, like I marked in the title. So that spiritual revival will occur once we take responsibility. We start stepping up for our life and for life, being rebel for life, not against anything or against the Babylonian or no, for life. Whatever we do, it has to be for, not against. You know, being against anything is not a good vibration. I'm not in that kind of low vibe. I'm more onto love and to compassion and to the heart of gold, or than judging and going out there and opinionated. No. I haven't seen God, but I have felt my inner force. Yeah, this is what that's why I'm not denying the existence probably of a. Come on, we're here. Just that. What? Nothing. I'm originating from a fucking fish. Like total nonsense. Total nonsense. The whole shit is the whole thing with Babylon, the evolution stuff is so nonsense. Watch out for jealous, wicked people when you make it, Janik. Yeah, I know. But when I make it, you know what? I don't think I will ever make it. It's always trying in my head. I'm always trying. And I will always keep that spirit of trying because I don't want to get to a point where I'm satisfied. Where I am, what I have done, or satisfied with my accomplishment. No, I don't want to fall into this, so I will keep trying. Keep trying every day in the direction of a better person, a better me, a better vibe, and just amplify the love, amplify the drive for connection, for contribution, especially contribution, and that's one drive that is so dormant inside of us. So dormant. Very few of us will contribute to a great cause, to the world, because of pressure of Babylon. Also, the system pressure on our head is very, very potent. Come on. Just the money. Just we're all on survival. Like I said to the guy at the market yesterday, I said, bro, we're all on a survival game here. 90% of people in Canada are on survival. They live paycheck to paycheck, and like it's very, very survival game. So most of us are stuck in this. So we're totally absorbed and focused on surviving, on getting that piece of paper to make sure we. But I think it's yeah, for sure. It's a necessity to eat and to pay your bills. And some say you don't have to. I don't know how you can do that. Again, it's. Not my world. I pay my bills and I pay my stuff. I don't go against the shit stem because they have everything so well organized to catch you into something. Like if you don't pay your bill, they're gonna cut your fucking service. They don't care about your legal name or your capital letter names, or they don't care. You don't pay your bill, they'll cut. So that's reality of life. Reality. Until the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Yeah, man. That's it. That's it. Haile Selassie, King of Kings. But again, who's the king if you consider the lineage? Good question, eh? King of Kings? Who's the king if you consider the lineage? What's new if you consider the old? That's it. Think about it. Letting you with this. Think about it. What's new if you consider the old? Most of us are not looking to the right place, I think. I don't know. That's a feeling I get. Again, I don't have all the answers and all the but I'm on to a spiritual revival. That's for sure. I'm on to reviving that spirit, and that is never stopping. But there's also, it's good to revive your spirit, but I'm constantly faced with people that are very low in spirit. So sometimes it's very, you have to be so focused in this world to achieve your dream, because it's so hard. It's so hard. Just to keep the vibe alive, to keep the fire. Everyone is in low vibe. No one really cares. Everybody's indifferent. They don't smile. Life is not worth living for them because the system pressure is always on their head. Me, I have a different type of life than most people. I give thanks for that. But also, I have consequences for it also. I mean, I'm not... but, my life might not be the best, but I make the best of it. And I will make the rest of my life the best of my life. Nothing new. Everything new. Yeah. But anyway, yang. Yeah. Every breath is new. Every breath is new. You're right. Every breath is new. And it's important to keep breathing. Keep breathing and practice conscious breathing. Conscious breathing is very important. There's a lot of things that we do unconsciously that if we do it consciously, wow. It's a total different vibe. Just breathing. Breathe consciously. You're going to forget a lot of stuff also. You're going to stop your anxiety and stuff. Just focus on your breathing. It will take you... sometimes we're too much in our heads. Not enough in the heart, too much in the head. Intellectualizing everything and not connecting with the heart. That's what takes us out. You're going to find out. If you intellectualize too much stuff in your life, you're going to find out. It's like it's all pseudoscience anyway. Don't intellectualize too much stuff and intellectualize the events with people. Go from the heart, look in their heart, see the best of everyone. It's easy to see the worst of everyone. It's easy to see the worst in someone when you meet them because we're all freaking evil in an evil world. But to see the good in someone, to see the good past the veil, that's a job. That's a major job because it's easy to get to someone and see the evil person. Yeah, we're all freaking possessed. If you don't break away from that Babylonian evil world, we're all possessed. So with evil ways and evil rituals that we're doing for them. Anyway, I'm not going to go back into all this. I've talked about this before. There's stuff I don't need to repeat. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know, open internet or seek and you will find. Seek and you will find. I know the state of the world. I'm not here to debate that. It's very evil and everybody knows. If you don't agree, maybe travel a bit. Or I don't know, if you think for me, it's also not so much the physical world that is evil, but it's the people. People are evil and do evil shit. So for sure, we have to, at one point, move out of that realm of evil, stop focusing on the evil and focus more because we give them so much energy. So much energy just online. Terrible. And the fear that we propagate with that, talking about them, and they're all anyway. To me, it's clear that I have to run away far from them. That's very, very evil, and I have to be far from that evil shit and just focus on my stuff, on my dream, on our dream, on our ascension, on our greatness, and I think this can take us very, very far if we stay focused. Nothing can stop you. Not even you. It's greater than you. It's you'll be led. You gotta go at one point into your stuff to the point where you feel like you're led. You're really guided to do what you have to do, and you don't debate in your head knowing if you want to do it or not. Or there's no voice. For me, coming here in the morning, there's no more voice. It's showtime. It's showtime, and I like it. It's good vibes. It's bringing me. It's a painkiller for me, like I say all the time, and it's necessary that I do it. There's things that are necessary that we should hold on to, and there's things that are unnecessary that we have to let go. But this is the thing. We hang on to the unnecessary stuff in our life so much that we forget our whole life, our whole greatness, the whole fucking shit goes by, and we end up dead in the ground, and we never freaking wake up. The baby has been asleep all his life. That's the case of most people. Whether you want to see it or not, that's the case of most people. That's the case of the neighbor in front, the neighbor there, all the babies, they all sleep. And like we said yesterday, it's important that we don't wake the baby. Don't wake the baby. They don't want you to wake the baby. You got to stay a baby all your life. Never grow up, never move out. And most of us are adult babies. That's all it is. That's all you have around, adult babies. They never grow up. They never seek reality. They're just in a maze. In a maze. I was like that. Totally into a maze of someone else's dream of hell, and cultivating that dream too by doing the rituals. So anyway, I'm done with this shit. People can be brutal, love you one day, hate you the next. Exactly. That's why I love all, I trust very few. I love all, but I trust very few, because people are freaking wicked. Very brutal, very not for just split personalities or what. That's it. Split personalities, I see that in many people. I've seen it online here with some people. Split personalities. Me, for sure, it's not to bring two kind of person. It's to really be true to yourself and have. When you have split personalities, you have a mask, or remove the mask, the blinder, all the stuff that limits you, all the stuff that prevents you from shining that love of the divine. Because this is what is happening here. Where we all been given a beautiful light, a love, light, all the stuff necessary to inspire each other, to stay grounded, to stay with focus, to not be seduced or given to temptation. But no, that's the opposite that we do. We give in to all the temptation, all the seduction, all the nonsense, and we forget our life in the process. That's how I felt. Felt like I forgot something in the process. I left something undone. It's called life. Now that I realize that life is worth living, it's something we have to learn. Again, you have to learn that life is worth living, because they don't come and tell us that, hey, life is worth living. You should have a dream. You should. In high school, do you think they were talking to me about dream? Did I ever heard the word dream life or whatever? No, it's always worker, worker, worker. The whole society is drilled that way. It's drilled for the slave mill, like Damien says in one of his songs. Drill for the slave mill. That's all they want. And the weekend, the weekend, you end up in the weekend, and it's a short-lived thrill. That's what it is. And then you're back to the slave mill. Grinding slow, but grinding still. And that's the state of humanity, all in a slave mill. And we don't wake up. Me, I woke up from that nightmare. Thank the divine, something came and shook me and shake my reality and said, hey, but again, it's something that you have to want, because the accident I had didn't came with a book saying, hey, that's where you're going to find the truth. I had to want it. I wanted to seek. I had time to think. So I said, okay, what I'm going to do with my time? I was on my ass for a month, immobile with a fucking cast or like some kind of big brace on my leg. I couldn't walk. So I was barely mobile. So I had to do something. So I had a month. Boom, completely off on my ass. So, okay, let's open the internet. Let's see what people say on YouTube. Then I started to search on YouTube. I found motivational speaker at first, because I had to get motivation. When you're hurt, especially when you're constantly in pain, you have to keep your motivation on a high level. It's very important, because you're going to be depressed. You don't want to be depressed with life because you have pain. So you want to keep your motivation high. This is why doing this here for me is a painkiller. I don't need pharmacy painkiller. I have my painkiller. It's called YouTube. And that's why you see me here often. People don't know my pain. They're not in my head, and they judge, and they this and this and that. But they never walked a single fucking mile in my shoes, and they judge me for whatever I say, whatever I do, the way I do it, the things I do online. And, we're so judgmental. We're so fucking nuts. It's terrible. So that's why sometimes I just prefer to keep my distance from some people and just see how it unfolds with time. But, yeah, we're very, very much The ego is huge. Yeah. Evil gets paid big money. Hence, it's dominating the desperate masses. For sure. For sure. Same here, Janik. I do pray for A2 always. People can be brutal. Yeah. Pray for, not to. R3. Yeah. Yeah. Pray for. That's it. Pray for them. But pray for, again, pray is a word. You know what they, but okay, we have to move also over the words, because if you take the word pray, what, you want to become a prey too? Like pray, to me sounds the same. P-R-E-Y and P-R-A-Y is the same pronunciation. So once you pray too much, you're going to become a prey. Me, I don't go on my knees and pray. And no, I think and I send vibration, and I send vibration out. But I'm not the kind of guy that will take his hand and pray and do a pray. No, I don't pray because I don't want to become a prey. I don't need, I want to take all these stats out of my head and really relearn everything and find the mystery of life, find the beauty associated with all the mysteries and stuff. But if everything is defined, if this is I don't want to have, I'm using the words, but I'm trying to detach more and more from it, more and more from the nonsense, and just seeking reality on again, the truth. You don't analyze that with ABC 1, 2, 3. So what are we doing? Even that's why I try not to talk about truth too much, because it's not something you talk about. You can't explain it with ABC 1, 2, 3. You have to live it. You have to live it. That's how you feel it. But to tell you the truth, what the fuck I want me to tell you? It's full of lies and deception. But I can show you the truth. I can show you my truth. You can show me your truth. The true person inside you, your true you, not the fake you with a mask and a freaking Babylonian persona. That's the real you I want to see. That's what you get here from me. I feel the same. Like I said, I feel the same as almost when I was 17, 18 years old, listening to my reggae and having that uh, rebel spirit. For sure. For sure. It's a great time to be alive. We must give thanks for life. Yeah. Ja, have you thought that if you heal completely, you'll be forced to go back to work? No. No, I'm not gonna heal. First of all, I have a permanent stuff. I don't think I will heal from that. And no, I'm not. I don't think it will happen, honestly. But also, we have the whole thing about me is that's it. I design my whole life now. That's the goal. That's the goal, is to design something. But for sure, my goal is not to stay in this system, in this kind of system of accident. It's to move out of this, for sure. But it's not going to happen overnight. So for now, I have this. Later will be something else. But that's what it is. I haven't chose to end up like this. I didn't choose to end up on my ass. That circumstances made me who I am. But that's what it is. Your circumstances will make you who you are, but these are my circumstances, they're not yours. So you can't know what I feel and what I'm gonna do, what I think I'm doing. No one knows my pain. Just that. Just that. No one has walked a single fucking mile in my shoe. So you cannot have any idea of how I live my life and what I do with my life. And so it's very personal, when it gets to that point, to your the stuff you experience every day, like pain and stuff. Sometimes it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. People cannot feel it. They first of all, no one really cares about your pain. 80% are glad it's you, and 80% don't care, and 20% they are glad it happened to you. So people don't really care about your pains and stuff. And we all have pains, but my circumstances are my circumstances, and I make the best of it, for sure. But they are what they are. Like, I got to deal with it. It is what it is. Montreal is on the radar again now. Bad cats there. Montreal. What's going on with Montreal? I tried to detach. That's another thing. Yeah. Back to basis. Have you not known? Have you not heard? Had it not been told you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of earth? Yeah, back to the basis. That's what we must go back to the beginning. We must go back to square one. That's very me. I'm going back to square one in this adventure here. Going back to square one, relearning everything I have learned from this world and staying motivated. Staying motivated, positive for life. I think it's a great way to just have better days. If I have better days, I'll have better life. So, but it's constant effort, constant. It's a struggle every day. Every day it's a struggle. Just dealing with our minds is a struggle. Never mind the external world, the external people. Just dealing with you. Just dealing with you and your conscience. Just that is a major. So terrorist issue again. Okay, yeah, maybe Montreal is dealing with some stuff, but I'm not so much on the news and stuff. Like I don't watch the news, I don't watch TV, and I minimize my interaction with internet. It's all freaking fantasy. The whole world is a stage. The whole world is a stage. So what's the purpose of continually looking into it? I don't. I don't, honestly. I don't know what's going on in the world, and I don't care. Honestly, the whole world is stage. So I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I don't ask people what's going on. I don't care about the weather. I wake up in the morning. It is what it is. That's it. I don't forecast the weather 10 days in advance to know if a major storm is coming. If a major storm is going to hit me, it's going to hit me. I'm going to be bygone. Ciao. Next. So I'm not. I have no fear of that. No fear of nothing. And that's it. This is just to propagate fear. That's all it is. They want us to live in fear. As long as we're in fear, they have the control. That's clear. So we give in to fear and all the nonsense, and they have the control over your mind, and that's all you think about. So me, I am not plugging myself on Babylon. I deplug from Babylon and try to. Might sound selfish, but everybody's selfish anyway. So I gotta have some kind of ego, but not to enough that I can step out of this programming and do something with my life other than being guided by a third person to tell me what to do. Yeah. When love of each other and of the creation was the only aim. For sure. But we have hacked the divine plan. We have fucked up the divine plan. Big time. It's underground news, but sometimes underground news is even worse. It's even worse. YouTube is worse than a TV. YouTube is worse than a TV. At least on TV, they keep people asleep. On YouTube, they will feed you fear and propaganda and nonsense and another sense of reality. That I think YouTube is worse than a TV. You ask me? If you go into conspiracy and stuff, start seeking, then you're going to see all kinds of... First of all, you're going to discover all kinds of freaking wicked stuff. Very evil. Very, very evil. Things that I would never do to another human. They do it constantly, day after day. No remorse, no empathy, no nothing. They're psychopath. They're psychopath. They don't care. They're here to dominate the world. And they don't care about us. So wake up. Wake up. Wake up. And you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately. End of Babylon shits them. Yeah, for sure. Keep love alive. That's all we have. Love and good vibration. Yeah, Bank of Montreal, watch out. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway. It's all illusion for me. It's all fantasy. The whole system, everything is staged. So I don't give energy too much to this. I focus on the reggae music. Even that is fantasy. So, but at one point, this is what I was saying last night. The whole thing is fantasy. So how do we completely move out the fantasy? It's always a fantasy world. And that's what I'm facing every time. The supermarket of hell and all this shit. The dream of hell. So, I don't know. Keep focus. I think if we keep focus, it's good. Keep focus on the big picture. Keep your eyes on the prize. Rise and shine each and every day. Do your best. Forget the rest. Don't stress. Don't stress. That's the word. Another thing I was talking about last night. I went to the chilling spot, made a few videos, and I was saying there's something that take us out the moment so much is the stress of life. We're so stressed out. So stressed out, especially if you have the stress of Babylon. I don't have that stress so much anymore, but people that are constantly in the rat race, if you're constantly in the rat race, it's so much stress. So much stress for nothing too. We induce stress in ourselves for nothing too. Like, take us out the moment. So work on yourself. Stay present in the moment and turn that moment into a magical moment every time. We can all do super magic with our life. It's all a matter of will. Where there's a will, there's a way. And if you have a will to design a life of your dream, the dream life, you will design it. You're not going to wait. You're going to do it. But that's it. At one point, it's enough waiting, enough procrastination, enough all this stuff that makes us shrink from our greatness. That's what happened. So rise and shine, live your dreams. That's my message. I will keep that message alive for sure, because that's all we have after all is living our dream and designing having good days while we're here. The whole thing is very fucked up. People are very insane, but at least we can design a life of greatness. Nobody's holding us back from this. And they don't ask a down payment to start. So it's all up to you. You do it or you don't. You sit on your couch or you start moving. It's up to you. No one else will do it but you. No one else will do it but me. If I double the action, I'll double the result. Triple the action, triple the result. It's up to you. Rise and grind. Back to the grind. That's what I tell myself every day. Back to the grind again. And now I have to stretch for an hour. No notes, nothing. Did you see me read something? And I have to stretch. I have to have my mind aligned. I have to have my thoughts aligned. I have to be inspired. But for that, I count on the divine to feed me inspiration through the universal mind or whatever it is. It's hard to explain, but it's something you feel. You feel inspired. And once you feel inspired, you're going to start moving out the mediocrity of Babylon. So, rise and shine, live your dreams. He's out. I love you all, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, girls and guys. Ladies and gentlemen, big dreams here in God's hands with Thanksgiving. That's what you got to do. Because it's a delicate balance and making it happen and letting it happen. And the part you let happen is the divine vibes. So you do your work, you do what you have to do, stay focused, do your work each and every day, do something in the direction of your dream with positivity, with love, with the divine in mind, and no harm associated with what you do in accordance, in alignment with nature. The divine will come to meet you, and sometimes in unexpected ways. I know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm not going to relate everything, all the events, all the good stuff that happened to me in my life, but there's been a lot of good. I had my share of shit, of sorrow, but I had good stuff happening in my life. So I hang on to the good stuff. I know I keep the faith. I keep the faith alive. I know if I constantly rise up to the occasion, I will create something big eventually. But it starts small with the small action, the master the small things. Do your bed in the morning, clean your house, clean your fucking car, do your little stuff. I started like that in my life by mastering the little stuff, and then I'm able to master big stuff now because I gave myself the chance. I gave myself the chance to have experience, to gain strength, to build that strength inside me that allows me not to shrink like a freaking I don't know what to tell you, but shrinking like a what? What shrink? What shrink from his greatness instantly? The rest of the world. I was going to use an insect as an example, but I think just look around. Just look around. There's all kinds of people shrinking from their greatness, not designing a life of their dream and being slave day after day with the slave mill and the grinding slow but grinding still. So big up everyone, Red Rose, Cindy and all. Julien, Alex, big up Alex. T'es-tu au Québec, toi, Alex? Tu parles-tu français? Alex Julien. C'est un nom français. Tu dois être au Québec. Je pense que tu es à Laval. C'est ça que tu disais l'autre jour? Je pense que tu n'es pas loin de Laval. Ce serait pas pire de savoir de où tu viens, Alex. De où tu viens. Where you're from. I think you speak French. No? A lot of you here speak French. Even Leslie is French. Yeah, Leslie is her first language. I think is French or something. She has parents that are French. So maybe we'll transform that into a French show. Nord de Joliette, c'est ça. Je savais que tu étais au Québec. C'est ça. Oh, oui, c'est ça. Tu parles français toi aussi. Il y a toi, il y a Cindy, il y a Leslie qui parle français. Je pense que Leslie a compris un petit peu le français. J'essaye de ne pas trop parler français, là, parce que je sais que la plupart de vous comprennent l'anglais. Mais je pourrais faire des matins en français aussi, ça ne me dérange pas. Là. Mais je sais que la majorité du monde sur YouTube, c'est du monde qui parle anglais. Fait que c'est pour ça que je m'exprime en anglais. Puis c'est bon pour moi aussi, ça me fait pratiquer mon anglais, ça me fait pratiquer Ben, c'est sûr que je peux faire en français aussi, il n'y a pas de problème. Yeah, je comprends, mais elle ne parle pas. Mais je suis sûr que c'est pas si dur que ça à comprendre, le français. Là. Si tu as l'oreille pour l'anglais, tu vas avoir l'oreille pour le français. C'est les mêmes mots quasiment, c'est les mêmes mots, différentes prononciations. C'est tout ce que c'est. Là. C'est juste un différent accent, un différent son. Because for me, English and French is almost the same. It's almost the same. It's just I have to change some pronunciation. It's the same. But we don't give ourselves the chance. We think it's hard to learn English and it's the biggest thing. It's so easy, especially for a French. If you speak French, you're going to have it so easy. Go, do it. Because everybody speaks English anyway. It's the universal thing. That's their one world language. But I'm not emphasizing it. But it's easier when you speak English. It's a reality also. There's some reality we cannot really avoid. It's easier when you speak English in this world. Yes, so peace. That's it. He's preaching to the chore. What's the chore? I don't know. Oh, he's praying to the chore. You mean the people that speak French? Maybe that's what you mean. But yeah. Anyway, it's always a great vibe. Me, I don't put separation anyway in between language and stuff. And listen, I'm born in Quebec. They had to put me somewhere or I would have drowned. That's what would have happened. I would have drowned. So at least now I'm still alive, still very much alive, and decided like never to really, I don't know, elevate this world. Elevate my mind, and at the same time elevate your mind and elevate all our vibration to a point that, when we meet people in real life, we put a smile on our face. That's a great thing when you go into the supermarket and you're capable of putting a smile on your face and, just enjoying the vibe in the moment and not be in fear and shrink and, not connect with people. No, me, I go in public now and bonjour, ça va bien, Tu sais, j'arrête pas, là, je suis tout le temps bien joyeux, je rentre avec un sourire because, life is all I have. Yeah, the whole world's insane. The whole fucking thing is stage and there's so much fear. So much nonsense and propaganda, but we don't have to give it into this. We can put a smile. We can show love. We have to rise above all this shit. We have to rise above all this if we want to change something. We have to rise above the hate, above the love, about all the nonsense in the world and just bring a better vibration. All of us together. I think we can do it. I seriously think we can do it. And that's why I keep showing up here every day, because I believe in us. I trust us. I know we can do it. I can do it. You can do it. We can all do it. And it's not something so hard to change. It's just sometimes people are afraid to lose something when they change, or blah, blah, blah. The fear of change is always very huge in people. And me, I suggest you to just, take life by the collar and say yes to your life. Ease out.